sees actually, not verbally, deeply in one's heart, in one's mind, in one's very, very depth of one's being, time will not solve this problem. That means you have already broken the pattern, beginning to see the cracks in the pattern, because we have accepted time, right, as a means of unraveling, breaking up this programmed brain. So when you observe clearly that time under no circumstance will free the brain from time. We mean by time, as it is now conditioned, programmed, I will examine it, make efforts to break it, uncondition it. All that process involves time. Right? So when you do that, you are caught in the same pattern. You have not moved away from it. Right? But once you clearly for yourself see, absolutely, irrevocably, that time is not a fact, then already you begin to see the cracks in the wall in the enclosure of the brain, right? Are you doing it now? Because philosophers and scientists have said time is a factor of growth, biologically, linguistically, technologically. Time is necessary. But they have never gone, perhaps some may have, I don't know, we don't know, never inquired into the nature of psychological time. And this inquiry into time implies the whole psychological becoming. Right? I am this, but I will be that. I am unhappy, unfulfilled, desperately lonely, but tomorrow will be different. So, is our brain, which is common to all mankind, is not your brain. It may have certain peculiarities, tendencies, but this brain of mine and yours has evolved through time. It's not my brain. Biologically it is so, it's not my brain. And that brain has been evolving through centuries to come to this point through conflict. Right? Are we moving together? Do we see together the rationality of it, the logic of it, that our consciousness, not ours, but human consciousness, which we went into very carefully the other day, and to realize that it is the human consciousness. You've already broken the pattern of individual consciousness. Right? So if one realizes that time is a factor of conflict, right? Then that very perception is action, is decision has taken place. You don't have to decide. The very perception is the action and decision. Right? You have to, please, we have to work together. It's not just you listen and I agree or disagree. We are working together. Now, there are multiple forms of conflict. There are 1,000 opinions, so there are 1,000 ways of conflict. We are not talking about the many forms of conflict, but conflict itself. Not my particular conflict. I don't get on with my wife or with my businessman or this or that. But the conflict of the human brain in its existence. Hope you don't mind. Is there a perception? Please just first listen. You may agree or not agree afterwards, but just listen first. Is there a perception not born of memory, not born of knowledge, a perception that sees the whole nature of conflict, the whole nature, the nature and the structure of conflict, the perception of that whole? Is there such perception at all? You understand? Not analytical perception, not intellectual observation of the conflict, various types of conflict, nor an emotional response to conflict. But we are asking, is there a perception not of remembrance, which is time, which is thought? Is there a perception which is not of time or thought, which can see the whole nature of conflict, and that very perception is the ending of that conflict?